where I am. Welcome, my dear friends. Welcome to another live. Look where we are today. We are out on the homestead on my beautiful farm out here, and I'm sitting on some logs. And they're shaking. Hope I don't fall. Guys, I just wanted to do a live out here because I came out here to take care of some stuff, and I'm like, okay, since I'm here, why not just do the live out here in the beautiful calm countryside. If you hear any noises, it's the geese that are flying all over. They're in the fields. The farmer plowed the fields, and so I guess they're eating worms, and they're having a ball of a time because we're surrounded by farmlands. So, and then a lot of them are flying everywhere, so they're making a lot of noises. So listen well. You can hear them. The geese are out there. And then we have some wild turkeys also out there. So everybody's just having some fun, right? The wild animals are just having some fun. So, guys, today on this live, we're just going to chat since I'm out here. And why not? It's cold. It's what -3 today. It's a freezing day. Yeah. So, today we're going to talk about how to achieve things without any hassle. Because I get so much questions about buying land, how to buy land, living out in in the West, this, that. Like people ask me so much questions, and I just love to do videos for you guys and answer all your questions and stuff like that. So let's just have a little chat. Not a very long video because my hands are freezing. Honestly, you see, I'm all dressed up, nice and cozy and warm. So, how to achieve things without any hassle? A lot of people out there they want to achieve things, but they're worrying too much. Everything is just a worry and a stress. Like if you want to achieve something, like you really don't need to worry and stress yourself about it. If you're worrying and stressing yourself about things, then it just not gonna happen. So you just gotta take things one day at a time. And one day at a time, meaning just one day at a time. Today you decide to do something, tomorrow another something, or you continue what you started the day before if you haven't completed it, and you just move on until the task is finished. It's like me when I'm making soap. I am right now I'm overwhelmed because I'm so sold out of soap, and I'm saying, oh my gosh, am I ever going to like make enough soap before the holiday come in? But I'm like one day at a time, one day at a time. I just made myself ginger soap. I'm like, okay, I made that ginger soap. Now I gotta move on to another soap. I gotta make my face soap. I gotta make all kind of things. So yeah, I'm almost out of bath bombs. I gotta make some bath bombs. So every day, one day at a time. So yeah, that's how you achieve things. One day at a time, taking it easy, not stressing yourself out. Hello, Misa. Welcome to the live. Don't forget to give the video 8 thumbs up. All 12 of you in the live, give the video 8 thumbs up and welcome, welcome everyone. Thumbs up the video, guys. Come on, I'm waiting. Thumbs up the video. So yes, um, it's just one day at a time you want to be doing things. Like try not to rush too much. Try not to like be in a hurry for every single thing. You can see like smoke coming out of my mouth. It's so cold out here, guys. I'm sitting out here in the countryside and I'm just like, oh, it's so cold. And yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and do this video for you guys. But anyways, yeah, like I said, just one day at a time, take your time and do stuff. So right now I think I have like 10 different types of soap that I have to restock on. And every single day I have to come home after I do my side hustle and make soap until I stock up because holiday season is coming, like I said, and many people buy a lot of things for the holidays. So I want to make sure the website is really, really stocked. So this is the same thing with your life. If you want to achieve something, it's like you have to take it one day at a time. You want to eat better food, like just one day at a time. You know, go to the grocery store, buy some food today. You eat lettuce and you make a nice fish meal and stuff like that. Next day, you do the same thing. You make another meal and you just take it one day at a time. Maybe the other day you're gonna be like, oh, I don't feel like eating that today, but go back again. When the other day comes, go back, get back on track. Take it, just take it one day at a time, and you will definitely be successful in your life. You want to lose weight, like just one day at a time. Today you do 15 minutes exercise. Next day you do 15 minutes. Next day you might do 10. Next day you might do 7. Just yeah, just keep going. The thing that causes people to get frustrated is because they just stop. Don't stop what you're doing. Continue what you're doing. It doesn't matter how small the thing is that you're doing. Just continue. Keep going at it and like don't stop. A lot of you ask me about buying land, living out in the countryside, and so much questions you guys ask me. And I really appreciate all of y'all who ask me all questions and stuff like that. And if it's expensive and everything. Right now, the prices are pretty high because the interest rate has gone up. So it's not cheap right now. But if you want to buy land out here in the rural countryside, it's not hard. You just have to put your mind to it and decide exactly what you want. So I think you should decide on uh, how much land you want, how much land you really can manage. Can you manage 10 acres? Can you manage 5 acres? Can you manage 2 acres? You really need to decide like how much land can you manage. Are you going to be on that land by yourself? Are you going to be here with your family? What goals and things that you have for this property? Do you want to build a house? Do you just want to live on the land with a tiny A-frame cabin? Like decide what you want before you really set your goals. Because yeah, you may want to buy land. Yeah, you want to buy land. You want to buy land because sake, because you want to come out here and live that life. But honestly, guys, let's get real here. Living out in the rural countryside is very romanticized by people. It's not something romantic as you may think. It's a lot of hard work and dedication. And if you're a person who is not hardworking, but you want beautiful flowers and trees and you just want buds to be flying around, it's not going to happen. Okay? It's really not going to happen. If you want to live out in the rural countryside, you want to live, this frugalistic life, like you really have to make some changes and you really have to accept certain things. Out here, it's really, really quiet. There's not a lot of neighbors. You may not see people. Sometimes I'm here for the entire week and I don't see no one. I don't see anyone. I mean, cars pass by, but that's not like seeing a neighbor or a person. I don't see a person except for cars passing by and people are in their cars. So, like, I don't see people. You know what I mean? I go for walks, I don't see people. I go for walks in the forest, I don't see people. So, if you're a person who it's is a person who, yeah, you want to live out here, you want to not spend money, you want to live frugal, you really have to decide, is that what you really really want? Because sometimes we see things out there on the internet and it looks so beautiful, so peaceful, but people don't really talk about what is behind of it. Yeah, you're going to be living a good life out here, you're going to be financially stable, which is true. Financial stability. Why are you by yourself in here? I'm not by myself. Actually, yes, I am by myself, Davin. I'm just checking out something. I'm checking out some things out here because I have to. People have to come and work on my construction of my house, and so I gotta make sure everything is in order for when they come. So I'm out here, but don't worry, I'm safe. Everything is safe where I am. It's very safe out here, so I'm not scared or anything. And plus, I'm protected, so don't worry. Don't worry. Um, welcome to the live. So, like I was saying, if you want to come out here, it's like you really got to decide that it's something that you really really want to do. Like I said, yeah, you're gonna be financially stable. You're gonna have more money in your pocket. It is a good life out here if that's what you really really want. But many people, like I said, they don't show you the nitty gritty. They don't show you, like, you have to cut wood. If you're gonna heat your house using wood, you have to go to the forest and drag the wood and bring it here. You have to get the splitter and split the wood. All this good life, all this the money that you're not spending, but you also using labor. It's time consuming. So if you're a person who just like to watch TV, you like to be on the internet, and certain things you don't like to do, that may not be for you, because living out here comes with a lot of perks, but it also comes with a lot of hard work. you know so these are things that you have to make up your mind to do. It's not as romantic as you think. Like I'm sitting on logs here and I have inside my barn maybe about 12 or maybe it could be 12 or 14 cords of wood, and we actually had to split that ourselves. We actually had to go to get the wood, bring it here and split it. You know what I'm saying? So it's oh, thank you, Devin. Thank you for the $20. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Um so it's like you really have to like how do I say? You really have to decide to live out here. You really do. And if you're gonna live out here and you want to have animals, like it's not romantic. You when it's snowing, when it's minus 20, when it's minus 35, you have to go out and look after your animals. If you have goats, if you have cow, if you have like I have chickens, it doesn't matter how cold it is. I still have to go look after my chickens out here. You know what I mean? So it's like thank you, Devin. So it's like you still have to, you still have to come aside and look after your chickens. You still have to collect the eggs because the eggs are going to get frozen, you know? And why have chickens if you're going to leave the eggs out there to freeze? These eggs are so yummy and tasty. You don't want one of them to go bad. So that's the whole point. I just want to kind of make it real to you guys because you guys ask me a lot of questions about stuff. And I don't want you two guys to think that it's all, oh, it's so romantic and like I'm just sitting here and stuff like that. No, I sell eggs. I didn't sell much eggs this year because I lost a lot of my chickens because we had coyotes and coyotes broke my coop and I lost a lot of my chickens. So I was sad about that. But I'm still getting eggs and it's for my own use. But like this is what I'm telling you. It's like coyotes broke into our coop and at one time they killed like 6 chickens at one time. You know what I'm saying? And that was my chickens. I sell my eggs and stuff like that. I even sell chickens to people, organic chickens. So that was a loss for me. So, this is very unromantic. This is not romantic at all when you lose like your flock or some of your flock. So it's not romantic at all. So these are all the things that you have to look into. Also, like you want to have animals, but are you a handy person? Because when you're living out in a rural area, who are you gonna call to build stuff for you? Unless you have family members who is gonna come out here and they're gonna help you build stuff. Okay, great. All right. So family members are gonna come here and help you build stuff. But what about if you don't have family members close by? Who's gonna help you build that stuff? So you also have to be handy. You have to be a person who knows how to do stuff. You know what I mean? Like me and my husband and the kids, we were out there and we built this chicken coop, the enclosure and everything. And the second part of the enclosure where the chickens are outside, I built that all by myself. I got all the sticks. My husband cut them for me in the forest, and I came and I dug the holes and I put the sticks up and I put the fencing around so the chickens can come outside and have a second place, to just run around because we can't let our chickens roam around. We used to do that in the beginning, but then we have foxes here, and once they realize the chickens are out, they decide to come around more often, and we can't encourage the foxes and wild animals because then you won't have any chickens, right? That's not the point of having chickens. So you won't have any chickens. So we had to discourage that and build our own enclosure for the chickens. So another thing about like achieving your goals and getting everything that you want, you have to have a plan, and it has to be a solid plan. I talk about plans here a lot on this channel, like having a plan. Like, yeah, it's nice to have land, it's nice to have a off-grid place, it's nice to not pay water because you have a well. Like we're not paying any electricity, we're not paying any water because we have water. We could wash clothes as much as we want. We can water our gardens because you have a well, and the area that we're living in has a very high water table. So there will never be a shortage of water in this area. Plus, we are surrounded by 2 streams. On this side of our property here, where you're seeing the trees there, there's a underground stream. And then right in front of our property in front here, we have a regular stream that runs. So if we need water, we can always go take water in that stream to water our plants and our greenhouse and whatever it is. So we have water every single where. And our well is pretty deep and it has a lot of water, you know? So we have no issue with water. So if you're a person who use a lot of water and you like to wash your clothes, you like to hang it out outside, you like this kind of freedom, that's a good life for you. You'd really enjoy it because you wouldn't have to worry about paying a water bill. Like then the sewage is a good thing. It's like back home where you have, you dig your own sewage, and then you you just have once a year the truck comes and pump the sewage out. So depends on where you live. I don't know how much it's going to cost you. It could be $50, $80, $90, $100. I don't know. It depends on where you live. They'll come and pump your sewage for you based on the cost in your area. So that's a good thing. So you're not paying a monthly bill for a sewage like in the city. That's money you have to put aside in the city to pay for. But in the countryside, once a year, your sewage is being pumped out by the truck. And if you're a smart person, you'll build like the biggest tank that you can build, right? And then you can put in a really good sewage system where you have worms eating, the waste and stuff like that. So you don't have a lot of like things to pump out. So that's the system we have. We have a system where we have one side, it's like we have worms and stuff in there, and on the other side the water goes there, and then we have like a bed. um it's it's like a gravel bed, and then the water strains into that bed, you know, and then it goes into the area. So like I have one area in the back there, and on the other side, like you can plant anything there and it grows. And it's not because the water is yucky or anything. This is really deep into the ground, but the nutrients soaks upwards, right? Like the nutrients are there. So that area, that whole area is so fertile because of human manure. Okay, it's called human manure. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like a natural process, right? So it takes a while to decompose. But like if you have a good system, like these are things that you're not paying money for, you know? So you have to look into all of that things when you want to like live out here. So I'm telling you guys all that stuff. So when you decide to do that, like you have a plan. Okay. Now, also, if you want to live out in the rural settings, you need to have some kind of barn. You need to have some kind of shed. Like we have a huge barn. This barn here. Let me show you guys. You see this? This is our barn. Okay. So we have a huge barn which has an upstairs and a downstairs, and we have a shed. So we have lots of space to put things. And I see many people are living off grid and they're not thinking about like having an outside shed or having an outside barn or something like that. Plan things into your goals, plan things into your like the things that you want to get when you move rurally or you want to live in the countryside. Like plan well. So when you get out here, it's not gonna be stressful for you. It's gonna be amazing for you. It's gonna be romantic for you because you put all the things in place. Like getting a wood cutter, for example. Like get yourself a wood cutter, like a good one, a wood splitter. So like when you have big logs, like what I'm sitting on, you can just put it inside the machine and then it's just gonna split it for you in 4 pieces. Very easy. You could invest in some chainsaws. Like right now, I think we have like 3 chainsaws. We have 3 chainsaws. We have like a tiny one, a medium-sized one, and a super powerful one. The little one is for me like when I'm just want to cut some tiny branches outside because it's electric and I can just run a really long extension cord wherever I want, and then I can just cut small branches, you know? Or I can bring the power bank with me and I can just plug it into the power bank and then I can just cut small branches. And when I want to cut big things, then I just put on the big one. But this one is very powerful. So most of the times I don't like to use it because it's very powerful. And then I have a second one, but this one take a long time to start sometimes. So I can't be bothered with it except my husband is here. And when you're out here, like you need things to be efficient. You need things to be fast. You know, it's like for example, say we're out here now and it just snow and we didn't have any wood inside the house because we wasn't expecting snow. It's like you have to come outside here and shovel the snow and get to the barn to get the wood to put it there because you didn't expect in snow. So just the fact that you cut up your wood and you have it ready, like stuff like that I'm talking about, you know? Like you have you stuff completely ready. That's something remember. Yeah. So you have stuff like completely ready. So that's the like the unromantic part of stuff, you know? Having things ready. Now also another thing with living out here is getting things done on your property. So if you're not a handy person, and you want things to be done on your property, well, you're going to have to pay money. So I suggest if you want to live out here, you should learn some skills. Like start practicing, learn to preserve stuff, learn how to split wood, like start shoveling some snow, start shoveling some snow because if you're going to live out in the rural area, like, hey, you need to shovel snow. Like we get so much snow here. Sometimes we're snowed in, and it's just. I mean, we're good. We don't have an issue because we're well equipped out here. But in case like you're not working from home or something like that, and you need to go to work, like you need to be smart. Like on days where we need to leave, we have to deliver stuff, or we have our customers coming in to buy eggs and stuff like that, and there's so much snow. Like we park our cars at the end of the driveway, so we can get out, or we clean one side on the side by the tree so we can put our two vehicles there, and then we clean the front area so people can drive in to collect the eggs. Like you got to be um ready to do things when you're out here, and you have to be a fast thinker. Like when things happen, like if there's a power outage, if there's a lot of snow, if we have a hailstorm, if you have an ice storm, like you got to be prepared. So it's not just wanting to move out here and like uh, yeah, you want to save money, yeah, but you could save money and you could still be miserable. You could be like, you could have a lot of money and you could be like, oh, why did I buy this property? I don't know how to fix this, I don't know how to do this, I don't know how to do that. So you could be miserable. So you want to buy a property, but you don't want to be miserable out here. You want to be living this good life, and you want to actually be able to do the things that you want to do, and you want to know how to do stuff, because sometimes people come and do stuff for you and it's just not properly done. So then you just, it's like you waste money. But the point of achieving things in life, like I say, is having a plan and following the plan, and having even like a plan A and a plan B and a plan C and even a plan D. Like have four things to fall back on. Like I tell you guys in videos, like when there's power outage, we have firewood, we have charcoal, we have how do you call that, we have propane. Look at all the things that we have. Now if there's no electricity, we have solar, we have the battery pack power, and we have candles, and we have lanterns and lamps. We have like five things to fall back on, so we don't have a problem whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't have an issue. If there is no water, we have a well. And what I do is, if I know there's gonna be bad weather, then I fill up some buckets with water. My well is not gonna freeze or anything like that. I know that. But I have a pump that works with electricity. So I freeze, not freeze, but I put water in some 5 gallons buckets and I store it up. Or sometimes I put water in our bathtub, right? So to flush the toilets. But we have gotten smart living out here that we have a pump now on the well, like a pump that attaches to the well, so we can pump water. So we don't need to do that. You just go there, pump the water, and the pump itself is inside the house. We have made the pump to be inside the house. So you kind of get smart. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm talking about, planning. It's planning is everything. It doesn't matter what you want to do in life. If you want to buy a car, you need to plan how much money you're going to be saving monthly to get this car, how much money you're going to put aside for the first year of insurance. These are our plans. How much hours you're gonna take on to get this car. And when you want something, try not to want it so in a rush. Like when you're trying to get things in a rush, you don't make good decisions. Like take your time. If you want to buy a car that has always been your dream car, like it may take you a year or two, a year and a half before you actually like have the money for it. But it's better that you have the money for the car and you buy that car, and you don't have a lot of money to pay like monthly, or you just buy the car done right, and then you just like, okay, this is my car, I don't have to pay a monthly payment, and you're just happy. Like in all my entire life, I've never bought a brand new vehicle. I've bought used vehicle, and I'm very happy because I don't have to pay anything at the end of the month. At the end of the month, I'm free. I don't have a bill. I know many of my friends have a bill at the end of the month to pay because they have brand new cars. I'm not jealous or envy of them. I'm very happy with my vehicle. It takes me where I want to go. It carries all my stuff, and I don't have a problem with that. I have a little rust on one side. I have to fix it for the winter come. I have to go get that the same color of my vehicle. and just sand it and spray it and like stuff like that. You you learn to do it. My husband does that and my son, but it's not hard for me to do. I can when they're outside doing stuff. I'm right here. I can just sand the stuff and just spray the can of thing on my car. It's like it's no big deal. Like if you're gonna live out here with your family, like you're a woman, you still need to learn how to do stuff, right? Like yeah, learn how to change your oil in your car, learn how to change your fluid in your car, learn how to put your water, the distilled water, like learn that stuff. Learn if your car is kind of a bit shaky, if you sung bangarangi a little bit, learn about that stuff. The transmission could have a problem. The starter could have a problem if it's not starting good. If it's jerking, learn all that kind of basic thing because you're a woman and you're driving a vehicle. Like, learn about that stuff, man. Like that. So, if you want to achieve anything in life, like, go for it. Like, don't make anybody stop you or like don't mop and cry about it. Do something about it. You want to get a degree, guys, I'm falling off the wood. You want to get a degree in life, that's fine. But I want to advise you to get yourself in debt. I have my degree, but I never get myself in debt. I worked and I went to school part-time and I got my degree. And my certifications, all the stuff that I have, like I'm not a person who want to achieve things right now, right now, right now, right now. Like I'm not dying. I'm not 99 years old. I'm not 80 years old. Like take your time, but just have a plan. This is your life. Um, Decide what you want to do with your life and just plan from now. You could be 40 years old and you could still have a 5 year plan. You could have a 2 year plan. You could have a 10-year plan. You could be 30 years old. You could have a 3 year plan, a 2 year plan to do something. You could be 20 years old, 18 years old, 17 years old. The younger you start in life to achieve your goals, it's better for you because you're gonna achieve it. It just takes time. The biggest problem with people is it's they want things to be too fast, like too fast. And then they end up not getting the things or having sorrows and problems. So you can really achieve mostly anything you want in life if you take the time and the dedication to do the thing day in and day out and to have a solid plan how to execute the thing, how to execute it and to make it work for you. Another thing I want to tell you guys is like don't be afraid to get out of the box. A lot of people are just so stuck in society and all the society norms and rules and regulations. Like, don't be afraid to step out, like, be your own person. You don't have to be in the box with everybody else. You can sit outside of the box, you can be on the side of the box, you can be on the edge of the box, you can lay across the box. You don't have to be in the box, okay? So, like, don't be afraid to step out of the box, like, take your own destiny into your own hands and do what you please. Like, life is so short and tomorrow is not even promised. So like why are you like waiting? Why you waiting and why you procrastinating? Like just move forward with your life, man. Just do the things that you enjoy and the things you love and just go there and get it. Like you want a wife, like don't be sitting home and looking at TV. Your wife is not gonna come and drop from the ceiling and come in front of you and say, "Hey, baby." No, you gotta go out there and talk to people. You gotta open up yourself so people can know you. You gotta be vulnerable. Yeah. The same thing with ladies. You want a man like I'm not saying to go out there and say, "Oh, I like you. I want you, oh, baby. You're looking so hot." I'm not saying to do that, but strategize. And go out there and get what you want. And make sure it's in a good way. You know, anything that you do bad really doesn't work out. Okay, in the end, there's always some kind of crying and there's some kind of shame and there's some kind of regret. So, whatever you do, just do it good. But you can really achieve anything you want. Anything you want. I was talking to a doctor the other day and he told me, he said, with my skills and my abilities and stuff like that, he says, if I were you, I would still go be a doctor because I think you'd be a great doctor. Like I tell you guys on this channel, I always wanted to be a doctor. But I changed my mind. I moved on. But he said, like, you can still be a doctor. Like, you can still work in the medical field because you have so much gifts, you have so much talents. Like you love that. You're passionate about it. You know. So Yeah, you can decide to be what you want to be. You just have to have a goal. Now, if I really wanted to go into the field of medicine, I definitely have gone back into the field of medicine. But I love the plants. I love making my own homemade medicine. I love all the stuff that I'm doing right now. So I'm very happy and passionate, and I'm with what I'm doing. So I don't want to go and take 10 years out of my life to be a doctor. I'm happy where I am in my life. But if I was not, I'd definitely go with it. So that's what I'm saying to you guys, like, get things done in your life. Be inspired by others. You don't have to copy people exactly what they're doing, but uh, be inspired by what they're doing. And you can take a small aspect of what they're doing and fit it in the things that you're doing. But just don't be a copycat, because then the thing becomes not original. It becomes not yours. It becomes theirs, you know? So be original in whatever you're doing. And when you're out there trying to live your life, you got to harden your heart a bit, because don't if you're trying to be like a soft kitten, like, yeah, it's not gonna work, because out there it's a hard life. It's a hard knock life. You know the movie Annie? It's a hard knock life for me. That's exactly what is out here. Life is not easy. It's full of trials and tribulations and all kind of stuff. So if you think you're gonna be a kitten purring and meowing everywhere and people's gonna pick you and say, "Oh, lovely thing," and pat you, that's not gonna happen. So you gotta be tough. You gotta be like a duck with well, water just run off the back. It doesn't stay. Very insulated and waterproof. You gotta be waterproof. You gotta be well insulated. You gotta be able to take punches, and you gotta be able to give punches. And you gotta be a tough person, and you gotta build a shell around yourself. So you gotta prepare for all that stuff. But in the preparation for all of that, like, remember to encourage yourself in everything that you do, and to talk positive things to yourself and tell yourself that you can do those things once you set out to achieve that stuff. And don't let anybody tell you otherwise, that you can't do it, da, da, da. You can achieve what you want to achieve. You just have to be focused. Now, a lot of people, sadly, they're not focused. Today, they're thinking of climbing a tree. Tomorrow, they want to lay in the sun. Next day, they want to be drinking pina colada. Next day, they want to be driving an expensive car. Well, my friend, which one? You got to choose one and stick to the one and work towards it. It's too much up and down. To be successful in life, you got to stick to one thing and work at it every single day, nonstop, until this thing is done and perfect and exactly the way you want it. So that's basically how you can achieve things, and not like sitting and moping and wishing and wondering. You actually have to take action. Like, take action. A lot of people talk, 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 but they don't take action. Now, I wanted to live out here in this wild, wild, wild west where I'm living right now. So I worked towards it. I saved my money. I sacrificed. I was there looking every night. Every night I was looking for property. I was looking for land. It was deep winter when it's snowing. I'm out there, like, going and see houses and stuff. Like, people are like, it's winter. Why are you gonna be looking at places in the winter? I don't care. My goal is to get a property, and I'm gonna go out here and look at places even in the winter. And that's what I did. I looked, I looked until, yeah, that dream property came, and I got it. But if I was sitting in my house, just like looking and not going out there and searching and taking an active role in my dream, then I won't have my dream today. Now, was it easy? No, it was not. It took a lot of sacrifice, dedication, hard work, tears, but at the end, I'm happy right now. I'm really happy. I really love this property. I enjoy it. I like the fresh air. I like these trees. I like the home, that little house that is on it. I like to just sit here and watch all the wild animals out here. I like just sitting in my garden, all the wildflowers that is growing everywhere out here. It's just an amazing place. Is it romantic? Yes, it is romantic sometimes, but not all the time. And something I want to say to you guys is, like, make sure your heart and your soul is in that stuff. And make sure you watch a lot of people's video, an honest videos, like honest takes of stuff. Because if sometimes I see some off grid or some things people are showing, and I'm saying, that's not real. Like, that's not real. It's just, this is all for views. So make sure what the things that you follow, it's a reality. It's something real, and it's not something fake. And you're not trying to get yourself into a dream that is just like a mist. Because a lot of things on the internet is just like a mist. It's not a reality. But on this channel, I wanna like you guys see me like I just show you the fact how it is. I show you my chickens, I show you their giving them straw, I show you feeding them. I didn't show you guys murking out the the chicken coop. In the spring, I gotta murk out this chicken coop. It's gonna be disgusting. But these are my chickens, and murking out the chicken coop is a disgusting thing. I hate it. I don't hate it, guys. But I think about all the manure that I get in there and how it's gonna go on my plants. But I cover my head with a hat. And I make sure all my hair is in there because I don't want like things to go in my hair. And I make sure I'm wearing long sleeve and stuff like that. And then I take a shower right after because I feel like gross after. But this is life. And I want to show you guys the reality of stuff, you know, the reality of stuff. Um, my well pump broke and we are unable to pump water right now. They're supposed to come and work on our house, but there's um because the handle of the pump is broken, um there's no way to get water. So now we have to put in a new pump. This is a reality of life. The men are gonna come here to work on the house, but there's no water for them to mix concrete and to do different things that they have to do. So this is a reality. I want to tell you guys reality. Things break and they're not cheap. They're expensive. But like I'm saying, if you're living out here, you don't really have to worry about all these expenses that occur because the things that you're not paying for is like such a big utility that it shouldn't phase you. Once you have a good job and you're practicing frugal living and you intentional with how you're living, you shouldn't have a problem. So even if our well thing break, like it's no big deal. You can just go buy another one. It's $80. It's no big deal. We're not paying a water bill. So the $80 can easily pay for the pump. You know what I'm saying? Like our electricity bill is very low. Like it's just the fridge, the TV, the lights, not much stuff that's being used on electricity. So yeah. Um and something I want to talk about is like internet out here. Right now they're bringing in fiber internets. So UPDO, so the internet is gonna be cheaper than what we used to pay before. So that's a good thing. We're gonna get high speed internet, and it's not gonna be as expensive because when we just moved here for the past 4.5 years, we've been paying a very expensive internet, and it wasn't even fast. It worked, it did the job, but it wasn't the best internet. Sometimes it would go down. On the weekend it'll be slow. But like I said, these are all the things that you have to look for when you live out here. Another thing is people don't talk about wild animals. They don't talk about safety and all that kind of stuff. These are all things that you gotta prepare for in case something happens. Safety, in case somebody come onto your property, what you're gonna do, how you're gonna protect yourself. Like these are all things that you gotta think about. If you are a girly girl person, you can't hurt a fly. Please don't live in the rural countryside. Okay, don't live out there by yourself. If you can protect yourself by using the you know what I'm saying, some things you can't see on the internet, you know what I mean. If you can pull that trigger in case somebody come to hurt your family, then you shouldn't be living out there. If you're a person that's scared to kill a snake, a poisonous snake, you shouldn't live out here because there's snakes out here. I'm scared of snakes to the death. You understand? But I won't let a snake bite me. If I see one, I would definitely finish it. Like, I'll take care of that. As scared I am of them. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be a tough person if you want to live out here in the countryside, if you want to achieve certain things. You know, if you want to say you want to be a person, you want to be financially stable, like you really gotta like not be a scary cat person. You gotta take the bull by its horn and get moving. Get with the program. Get with the program. So to achieve thing in life, you gotta really be tough. You gotta be a tough person. Toughen up yourself. A lot of you out there are just too soft, like too soft. Put a little bit of tough skin on. You know what I'm saying? To achieve things in life, but leave the stress out of it. Yeah, trying to achieve things in life, with stress, it's a bad combination. A bad combination. You would get yourself all depressed. You'll be up one day, down the other day, across the other day. So you just go around in a circle and you're not getting stuff done. So whatever you decide to do, make sure it's something that you're really passionate about. Make sure it's something that you love and you really want to do, and then start working on it with all the power. I always say not 100%, 1,000%. Start working on it. You know, just start working on it. And another thing is, like, don't put too much high expectations on things. Sometimes we put too much high expectations on things, and when we get disappointed, and because we get disappointed, it stops us from going forward, you know? It's like if you want to lose weight and you're like 300 pounds and you're like, okay, I want to lose 200 pounds in a year. Like, that's a little bit unrealistic if you're a person who never exercised in your life, you know? Your goal should be, I want to lose 5 pounds. I want to lose 10 pounds now. I want to lose 20 pounds. I want to lose 50 pounds. Like, don't say you're going to lose 200 pounds. You know, do it small. You lose 5 pounds. Yoo-hoo, hooray for you. Now lose seven. Now lose 10 and keep going. The little, the little achievements, the little yays is what's gonna give you the encouragement and what's gonna give you the drive. You wanna go back to school, like don't be taking a course load of 8 courses. It's gonna be too much for you guys. It's gonna be too much. I tried that one time in my life. I wanted to get a certification. I took a course load of 8. I was dying. I'm telling you right now, I was dying. The next semester that I didn't do that again. I took 3 courses. I only took 3. I was like, what in the world was I thinking? I was coming home, I was thinking about doing assignments. Before I go to bed, I was doing assignments. I was in school, I was doing assignments. Like I spent my weekend doing assignment. Every waking moment was assignment because I just had so much courses to do, so much things to do. I'm saying, and I have my family and everything. Like if I'm going outside with my family, I'm thinking about, oh, guys, we can't stay too long because I have to come back because I have this assignment, this long assignment to write. Like, no, I took on too much. And a good thing is that I was able to see that I bite off more than I can chew. And a lot of people, they don't realize that they bite off so much things that they cannot chew. That's why they don't achieve success in their life, or they don't achieve the things that they want to achieve in their life. So yeah, the next semester I took only 3 courses and I was very happy and I got good marks. I did got good marks with the 8 courses too, but I think I could have get like even better marks. I mean, the marks are good. The marks are excellent. But I mean, I want to let me not say I should get better marks because I did get good marks. If not, do I take the 8 courses? But because I'm a person who's very competitive and I don't like no, it's not something for myself. Even if I took on too much that I can carry, I still work to the 1,000% and make sure because I don't like to fail. I'm a person who hate to fail and I like things to just work the way I want. I get very upset with myself if it doesn't. So anyways, I did get good marks, but I was very stressed and I was a little bit snappy to my kids and to my husband, and I was just a little like, on the edge, and so I learned that lesson. So that is what I'm telling you guys right now. Like, yeah, you can achieve anything that you want to achieve, but you have to be with patience and it has to be with good planning. Like I'm gonna say it again over and over again. So that's basically it, guys. I just like to come here and chat with you guys and just share life with you all and tell you guys how it really is and stuff like that, because sometimes we watch things on YouTube, sometimes we watch stuff out there and it's just not real. It's just a whole bunch of fakeness. And people are using AI, people are making things look real when they're not real, and all that things. It's like I I watched this channel a couple of times, and that was a couple of years ago. I used to watch this channel, and this channel was such an unrealistic channel, and it was a parenting channel. And I was saying, "Whoa, yeah, I do. I know. I watched that channel a couple of times, and I'm saying, oh, the house is beautiful, everything is nice, but a mom like me who has 5 kids, I know that stuff that you're saying is just unrealistic, because there's no way a person can have like twins, and you have like 2 toddlers, and then you have a 6-year-old and a 7-year-old. Like, no way your house can be perfect and you're telling me that you did all that by yourself, without no help, without no nanny. Your house is immaculate every single day. And you're showing like, yeah, I don't like to talk negative of people, but a lot of people were following that person. And I actually eventually, in the after a couple of years later, this person got a lot of flack on the channel because people start saying, wait a minute, you lied to us. You had a nanny, you had somebody cleaning, you had somebody doing this, you had you la la la. Like, guys, in this life, like, be honest, okay? Like, don't do stuff that's gonna cause you to have problems. Like, even if you want to achieve things in your life, achieve it honestly. Like, don't be dishonest, because it's not gonna gain you anything. And that person's channel just kind of went down because people was like, you're telling us that you're a super mom and you're really not a super mom. You're like a lying person. You're a lying mom. Because somebody come and clean your house, you have maids, you have somebody taking the kids here, and you're saying you did it all by yourself. And all those years, people watching your channel, and people believing it's true. But I'm a mom of 5 kids, so I definitely knew that that can be real, because I know my house and I know what's going ahead in my house when I have small children. It's like some days my house look like a tornado exploded, and then when the kids go to bed at night, then I'm up like for 2 3 hours clean the entire house, and then I'm laying on the couch and I'm still sleeping for half an hour before I could even call myself upstairs. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes my husband helping me, and both of us is fast asleep, like downstairs. We didn't even get up to our bed. Sometimes we have laundry pile up high, and we're like, both of us is there doing laundry together. You have a baby sick, you have somebody have diarrhea. Like, guys, come on. Like, I know that life. I know what's going on as a mom. Maybe if I wasn't a mom and I wasn't experienced all that kind of stuff, stuff like that, people can lie to you, but like, yeah. So, anyways, be honest in everything that you do. Follow your dreams, and be your unique self. Be your authentic self. Don't try to copy people, and you unique. You unique, and you're a special person. And always hold that close in your heart, knowing that you're a special person. And don't forget to share your thoughts with others, and don't forget to inspire others. Inspire others, and like, don't hold knowledge to yourself. Share knowledge, because when you share knowledge, we all gain, we all learn, we all become better person once we have better knowledge and good knowledge. So I'm gonna close off this video. I'm cold. My toes are like frozen. But it was a nice video. And I want to thank you so much for that super chat. Thank you. I appreciate the super chat. Thank you that I am inspiring you guys. And let me know what videos you guys want me to do for you, and continue the questions. Continue the questions. I always come on and talk and tell you guys stuff. It's my pleasure to share, because I think a lot of us, people have like gone away from the old ways, and people have kind of become selfish in this life. And I think we should like cut out that selfish bug, untie ourselves from selfishness, but just be open and just share, you know, just give freely, because I believe in the universe, and I think whatever you give will come back to you 100-fold. And yeah, and I think your life will be better and you'll be happier. So yeah, I sat out here for 48 minutes and make this live for you guys. And actually, I feel amazing sitting out here in this nice fresh air, in this quiet and calmness. It's just it's just amazing. I love it. I love it. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. I appreciate all of you. And bye. I see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.